Well, welcome, everyone. We're so glad you are here and able to join us tonight. We are going to share a little bit about PartnerCo and why we love this so much and why we feel we're better together. My name, first off, is Russell Petrie, and my co-host, is from
Cindy
Edmonton,
Greenwood.
Alberta.
Yeah,
There
I'm
you go,
Cindy
Cindy.
Greenwood from Edmonton. And yeah, we've been doing this call for a little bit together.
Yeah, so we have some fun. We're gonna change it up a little bit for tonight. A little bit, add a little bit. We don't normally talk about a couple products, so we're going to add that tonight. So that's exciting. But yeah, reach out to the person who shared this with you, and they can get you copies, other recordings, I should say, of our some of our past ones. So a lot of people love them. We go into sometimes a bit of a deeper dive into some of our products. So we're going to go deep dive into some new stuff today, and not so much into some of the other stuff. So, are you ready to go,
Okay,
Cindy?
you bet.
Right on.
All right, so we love PartnerCo for many reasons, but we always look back to wellness, business, and lifestyle, and those are the three pillars that we want to partner with you about. So wellness is usually what we talk about for the most part. We'll talk about a bit about business and lifestyle as well. But, we really want to live healthy. We want to make money. We want to see the world. So that resonates with a lot of people, and it certainly resonated with me when I found out about PartnerCo. Our product approach is one of the things that really makes us different. So we're a science and nature collaboration. So we take the research from science, and we take from nature, food, minerals, vitamins, those type of things, and we put them together and create products that our bodies can actually use. And that's sometimes a rarity these days when you're trying to find things, right? And farm to farm to pharmaceutical is one that Russell knows about a lot. He's on the farm, like I said before. He was taking some horses in and knows the importance of the soil.
Yeah, definitely. The soil is important, and that's why the farm part is important. So we partner as partly why we're called PartnerCo is because we partner with some of our producers, and work with them to make sure that they are harvesting at the most optimal times and beneficial times, so that we can get the most efficacious products. Because if you harvest things at the wrong time, you can lose a lot of, and if you harvest it incorrectly, you can lose a lot of goodness just in the harvesting part of it, before you even start to make anything with it. So again, that's the level, and not every company does this, right? So this is one of the things that makes us stand out from others, if you're looking.
That's right. And precision nutrition solutions that last, and we are guaranteed, tested, and proven. We're going to talk a little bit about that as well. But look at all of these different areas that we provide solutions for. So basically all of the things that you hear about out in the news and what people are focusing on now, that a lot of people are focusing more on their health and their wellness. And the one at the bottom here is a little bit of a preview, WellTech. I don't know if many people know what that means, but it's wellness technology. And we are going to be talking a bit about that a little bit later. So that is going to be very exciting. We've got some great stories for you. We are also guaranteed, tested, and proven. And we have, you see on the bottom left there, our PartnerCo stamp. And behind that stamp is really what's important. And that's that not only do we do extensive testing as we get the ingredients in, all the way through the production process and right at the end, but we then send those to third parties to test and make sure that the quality is as good as we're saying it is. And that's, a lot of companies won't do that, or they might do a couple third-party verifications, but maybe not all of them. And it is important because if you were investing in a company, you'd want to know that their financial statements are correct. And I used to be an auditor, so that's what I used to do, is to do that verification for people. But you need to do that on your health products as well, to know that, somebody's looking at them and saying, yeah, what's on the label is actually what's in here, and it's got that check of approval. And a lot of companies don't do that. And because it's an unregulated industry, that can lead to problems. You're not always getting what you're buying. So this is a big one for us. A couple of the different verifications we get is some of our products are actually in the physician's desk reference. So physicians could look through their desk reference and be seeing some of our products. The other one, of course, no animal cruelty and that sort of thing, but there's one called the clone list, and that's where professional athletes and Olympians can take our products without any fear of, some specific ingredient from wherever showing up on a drug test, if they're getting drug tested for what they're doing. So they know that they can safely take our products.
And we have lots of doctors. Yeah, we have lots of doctors. We can go on about these doctors a lot, and sometimes we do. But again, like we talked about, scientific advisory board. We have a wellness council. We have an athletic council. Again, we talked about athletes just a second ago. So we have a vast variety and array of physicians. So we have chiropractors and doctors and people who specialize in gut health, and people that specialize in all sorts of nutrition and stuff like that are helping us formulate and come up with ideas. We have brand new products, that we have just launched, and very exciting. So again, just the doctors are incredible. And so again, I won't dive into it too much tonight, because we want to save room for talking about some of our techie stuff. But yeah, reach out and ask questions. Dr. Strand is amazing. He's written many books. But yeah, we won't go deep dive, Cindy?
That's right. Yeah. And if you ever get the chance to watch a video that one of these guys have done, you'll see their passion and their excitement for the products and being able to bring them to the market. So yeah, they're amazing. But we're going to get into some of our products here right away. This is our kind of our flagship product. These are our body balancing drops. And as you can see, you lose weight 2 times faster. So it helps with weight management, controlling your appetite, metabolism, energy, all of those great things. And the beautiful thing about them is they are natural, they're homeopathic. There's no hormones, there's no, they're soy-free, gluten-free, all of the free things. And they just work so well. You may have been invited from someone whose post you saw about a before and after. It might have even been their before and after. And just seeing all of those out there shows how much this works. Now, this is usually we'll have a testimonial on this product, but we're actually going to save our testimonial. So we're going to tell a couple stories though, Russell, and show some before and afters. So you can see all of these folks did amazing with the drops, and some of them have newspapers in behind because they were in a challenge, and some of them don't. But the transformations can be quite significant. We had this couple on our call, I don't know, about 3 weeks ago, and they were talking about how they got their results. So you can see Nadine on the left here. She went down from, it was about 2 months, so November, December, January. And that's impressive because that's over Christmas, right? So you can see her results there, and you can see her husband Blaine, his results there as well. This is another friend of ours. Oh, sorry, Russell, go ahead.
No, I was going to say, I love that testimonial, because her husband Blaine wasn't actually going to do the drops to begin with. He just jumped in as a extra 6th person in a challenge, and just dove in, and he had great results. So again, a lot of couples do well in this with our drops.
Yeah, that's for sure. This is our friend Michelle and her husband, again, another couple that did the drops together. And you can see, even if you don't have a ton of weight to lose, that it can still make a difference in what you're doing and your health goals. So you can see Michelle's results, and then her husband was able to lose 30 pounds in about 11 weeks. So he was pretty happy with his results, and she was on one of our previous calls as well, telling us all about it. And we have some products that work really well with the drops. So this one is a brand new one, and people are pretty excited about it, aren't they, Russell?
Yeah, pretty excited. So this is, again, we talked about our doctors, and we're different. And one of the ways we're different is because we do have actually a lab. We call it CoLab, and we can make things, and we can take products and make them better, which we do that as well. But this particular product really pairs well with the drops. We have several that work well with the drops, depending on kind of what your needs are. But this one's kind of fun because it works on helping burn that white fat a little faster than you would if you weren't using this product. It's some pretty cool ingredients from Africa. And so ask the person about that. We can share lots of information, but you combine our products together, and they actually have often a very synergistic effect. And so you'll see that with many products. We call them the Batman and Robin sometimes, some of these different products together. And so the drops compare with this Advantage, which is great, but we have a few other products that the drops go well with as well. So amazing combinations that we can share with you.
Yeah, and all of our products are meant to work together if you want them to work together. If you want to take them, whichever ones, they all do work together really well. And Advantage, the one thing about this that's super cool is it's a thermogenic, right? And that's where Russell says burning that white fat, but there's no stimulants in it. So it's not going to give you the jitters and that sort of thing. And it's all plant-based and natural. So this is another one from our collab. This is Sugar Stop. So this is when you know you're going to maybe go for an anniversary dinner or birthday dinner or something, and you might be eating off your normal plan. This will help block the sugars from starch-based foods by 40% and help block like the table sugar, like the desserts and that sort of thing, 20%. So it gives you that extra, and it's got a lot of fiber in it. And a lot of us don't get enough fiber. So it's a really nice additive that way too. And it does, when you take it before you go out, it does help you feel a little bit fuller, so you don't always eat as much either. We also have all of our powders, and these are amazing. So we've got our plant protein. So that's our protein powder. It's a full meal replacement with vitamins and nutrients and prebiotics, probiotics. It's amazing. We can put it in our shakes. We can put it in some of our food. Some of us bake with it. It's a great. We have Beauty Boost, which helps with our hair, skin, and nail support. So as you lose weight, sometimes that gets your hair might get a bit brittle and that sort of thing. So that helps with the collagen. Our Power Boost, which, as you can see, energy, stamina, and metabolism. And it's awesome because it's chocolate and it tastes so amazing. And our Giving Greens, which is our veggie drink. So 2 little scoops gives you 2.5 pounds of vegetables per serving. So you can mix all of these together. You can mix and match and make your own creations.
So
Russell,
Restorix, yeah, I'll share this one.
yeah.
Restorix is a very cool product. I really like it. It helps again. It pairs well with the drops. If you haven't done a detox for a little while, this is a good one. It'll pull junk out of you that's not supposed to be there. We have our Noni collagen, tastes great. I don't even get to drink this very often. My wife gets it in. I have to hide bottles from her. She loves it. The probiotic, again, really good for your gut. Remember I mentioned we have doctors specialize in the gut health. So this product here actually is the really cool thing about it is it has a time release property to it where it waits until it gets to the right spot in your body to then release. Most others will release in your gut, and your stomach acids will wipe it out, right? So it's pretty cool. So and then again, Elite, one of probably everyone's favorite product is Elite. What the one I started with, again, just helps with skin and helps with for me, helps this with anxiety, stress, and stuff like that. It helps drop your cortisol levels down. So a great product.
Yeah, it is. And I call it, it makes me a better human because I'm a lot more patient. So it's a really great one too. And like we said, you can use all of the products together. And this is our friend Brenda, and she's from Lethbridge. And so she used, you can see at the bottom all of the different products that she started with. She added a few more after that, but this is what she started with. And she gave herself 6 months to lose 30 pounds. And she followed the program. She worked with her coach and she used the products, and just the products. There was nothing else that she was using to lose weight. And she lost 100 pounds in 6.5 months. And she still is like that. She's an amazing person. We get to hang out with her really soon here. Actually, on Friday, I believe she's coming to Vancouver with us. So yeah, there's different packs that are built like this that are meant for you know, combining the products and that sort of thing. So that's really great. And this is one of our well techs. So this is the Pulse Body Web. And I don't know, Russell, do you want to talk a little bit about it first? And then we're going to bring on Christine, and she's got a great story for us.
Okay, sure. Thanks, Cindy. Yeah, so this is what we're going to talk about a little bit deeper. That's why we kind of skimmed a little bit on some of the other stuff. But again, reach out because we have great recordings on deeper dive on some of those other products. So, but this web and a pulse, we have a band as well. It kind of goes around your wrist like a watch. So really, really simple. It's a communication device. It tells your blood cells, for example, to kind of separate a little bit. Sometimes they can be a bit close together, like a rugby scrum or you know kids playing hockey. They're little kids playing hockey. They're too close together, right? And they can't carry oxygen and nutrition as well. But if the pulse will separate them, and then they'll be able to carry more nutrition, more oxygen to every point of your body when your blood cells are spaced out a little bit. And then the other thing they do is once they deliver the oxygen nutrition everywhere, then it'll take out the trash from that site wherever that blood cell went to. It will then take the garbage away, cellular debris, and take that and get that out of your body, right? Because that we don't want that to stay in your body either. So just in a very quick nutshell, that's very quick nutshell what your blood cells do, and this is why it's important to have them separated. And this pulse band will help communicate to your cells to be separated. So that's what it does basically. So I'd love to hear what Christine has to share about how she experienced with this.
Yeah, and this one, you can see on the side here, I've got the different frequencies. So it goes into those different frequencies and helps with those different things and just really kind of speeds up healing, can help with some pain, can help with some calmness, that sort of thing. But I have to say, Christine, this picture is amazing. That sky is just insane. I love that. So I'm going to stop sharing. I'm going to pin Christine so that we can all see her. Where are we? There we go. All right. Christine, so tell us what happened with your arm there when on the beautiful beach that's in a cast.
Well, yeah. So, it's interesting. As a kid, I always wanted to break a bone. And now at 60 years old, I finally broke a bone and I'm thinking, what was I thinking? So, yeah, it was a day after we came back from Mexico in January that I went out for my morning walk and I slipped on ice less than a block away from home and put out my hand to brace my fall. And I knew immediately that I had hurt it. And x-rays did confirm a fracture of my right wrist, which sucked because I'm right-handed. So I dealt with that for a while. Yeah. So the first little while, of course, there's a lot of inflammation, but I immediately started using this web. Even once they had just slabbed it and used a tensor. I could just put the web over top of that twice a day, along with a lot of our other great products. But I knew that the web could help sort of get that hand ready for casting, because the sooner I could get it casted, the sooner I could get out of that cast. And so, yeah, so it was less than a week later, I went back. They confirmed the fracture, they put on the cast, and I actually went to Mexico in February with the cast on, as you would see with the sunset. We went for another week, and that was with a cast. And so it was 1 week that I wasn't able to use the web, but every day, even over top of my cast, I put that web. And most of the time I've had it on mixed setting because a lot of the Aussie team actually said that anyone who's used that with fractures, they would recommend that. But I know sort of the 7.5 and the 27 is usually where they would say that with bone and with soft tissue. So you're dealing with both when you have a fracture. I had some issues with the cast. And so when I came back from Mexico, it had been about 4 weeks from the fracture. and he was having a hard time fitting it. And so he took off the cast and put me back in a slab with a tensor, which was a little bit iffy because there's less protection, right? I felt I felt indestructible with the cast. And so with the slab and the tensor, the great thing about that is I was able to take it off. And so I took that slab and tensor off, and twice a day, morning and night, for half an hour, I was putting on that web and carefully would bandage it back up again. And so I was joking with the doctor because I said, he said 6 weeks with a cast, 6 weeks with a cast. And I said, maybe 4, maybe 5. And it was kind of teasing him. And he's like, well, if you were like 10, maybe. And so I'm far from 10 years old. So after 2 more weeks with that slab, so that would have been a total of just under 7 weeks. 4 weeks with the cast and 2.5 weeks with a slab. He went back for my x-ray and that fracture was healed. And his response was, yeah, like you could see, obviously no fracture. And he said, I'm pleased. I'm really pleased. And so I think that he felt that it would take longer considering my age. And so that was removed. I still am using that that web. It's important because you're still dealing with some soft tissue healing, right? And so twice a day, 30 minutes a day. But it's interesting because I have this web on the side of my chair. So if I'm sitting reading or turn the TV on to watch the hockey game, I can pull it up with a pillow and I rest my hand with the web. And even this movement to the right in the beginning, the first week in particular, after taking off the cast, I could feel that it was hurting to go to that direction. It's not hurting anymore. And so I really feel that web, that extra, the benefit from that web is just speeding that up. So I have all my strength. Interesting, even with that, is when I took off the cast, I was expecting a lot more muscle atrophy, right? That skinny little arm. There was no skinny little arm. It was the same girth of both of that. And so it's a real testament to what that product is doing. Of course, I always have my band on. If it's not on the charger, it's on my wrist. And so just that extra bonus of what it's doing for my body. Truly, I think this has been a saving grace for me to recover that much faster, considering I'm not 20 years old anymore with my bones, right? So as we age, I think healing takes a lot longer, but it's not taking as long as I expected because of the web.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And really that, when showing your hands, like,
Yeah.
and your wrists, that's what I've seen when other people have had a break or something, and they're in a cast or they're in a tensor or whatever for a long period of time, is that shrinkage of the muscles, and you can noticeably see a difference. So that, for me, that was really amazing when you showed us that. So
Yeah.
thanks for sharing.
Yeah, you're welcome. Thanks for letting me.
Yeah.
Thank you. It's amazing. Right, because you keep that muscle and a chance for a future injury, like, you something happens again, like people will have multiple problems at the same time because they haven't quite recovered from the first one, and they're still weak. So yeah, great. Yeah, exactly what TL says. Great muscle retention. Amazing.
Yeah, you'll see here even too, this middle picture where it's showing the web on the bare arm, you'll see it's got the lines from the tensor bandage. So that was when I was, taking off my slab and tensor to still put that web on twice a day closer to my skin, because I really feel it's just the extra benefit being in contact with your skin. And so, yeah.
That's great. All right. And the other one that we were just talking about too is the band. And this is the band. It looks like a watch. I know Christine showed hers, there's mine. Many of us have it on. And when Russell was kind of describing how the blood cells kind of clump together, this on the top here is what he's talking about. It almost looks like a stack of coins or something. And this is our good friend TL, and she's on here, so she might talk a little bit about it. I haven't asked her to, but She might come on and talk a little bit about it, but she did a live blood analysis, and so this is what it looked like before. And then with the band and a liver cleanse and doing the 28-day challenge, it's quite different. So TL, did you want to add anything there?
Hello, sexies.
Hi.
Yes. It's hard to believe that we don't really know what's going on inside of our bodies. We think we're doing everything right, and then we hope that all of the things that we're taking are having a really great effect. However, if your blood is like that, which most of us are, and I was doing all the good things, taking the drops and everything, and I was wearing the band, I just know that there's a guy named Dr. Otto Warburg, and he said that all normal cells have an absolute requirement for oxygen, but cancer cells can live without oxygen. And that's one of the things that I know that people who are struggling with their health, that they have to increase their oxygen load. And that's exactly what the band does. When Russell was saying that the separation happens, and that as soon as you can get your red blood cell separated so that it looks like the little circles on the after, then you get more delivery, not just on a general base, but on a micro circulation base. And that's where all the good stuff happens. That's where you deliver all your nutrition, and that's where you pick up all your toxicity. And so that's really important. And so if you're feeling sluggish, you have tingly toes, fingers, and you're having a lot of stiffness, it might be because you're not getting enough circulation. And especially if you've been injured, that's a really big issue, and it could be a chronic situation as well. So having these devices is just insurance for your red blood cells to get to the places where they need to be most. And I would say that it's made a huge difference for me as well. Thank you so much, Cindy.
Thanks, TL. That's amazing.
Thanks,
And
TL.
we've heard quite a few stories about even athletes, finding either their heart rate is better when they're exercising, or they're, if they're runners or they're lifters or whatever they're doing, but they notice performance increases with that extra oxygen in the cells. And we actually have, TL did a little interview here, so I'm gonna play it, and maybe you guys can give me a thumbs up if you can hear it.
Hi, I'm here with my good friend, Greg Burgess. And Greg, you're an instructor, a level 2 instructor.
I am, so yes.
And you instruct all over Canada, is that right?
I have done everything to Saskatchewan. I haven't been to Manitoba or east from there.
Okay. So your experience shooting guns, you've been shooting for a long time.
1976.
Okay. A few 100,000 targets?
Well, 50,000 a year.
Wow. Okay. So I'm Ukrainian, so I can't do that math, so I'm not going to try. But Greg, you started wearing what we call the band and kind of got on the bandwagon. Tell me what happened while you were doing all that shooting. What was going on with your hands?
Well, I developed trigger finger. So my index finger, or the trigger finger that I used to shoot, was always pointed like this here. And to try and stretch it out was painful.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
And within 3 days of wearing the band, maybe less, I noticed that the finger was now straight.
Oh my gosh. That's incredible.
It is.
Because your finger has been like that for
6 months to a year. I don't know. I don't keep track of that stuff.
okay. Well, I'd like to thank you so much for sharing that, because I think a lot of people, not just from guns, but from getting old, their hands and their mobility. Have you noticed anything else like that?
Well, my left shoulder, I got hurt in 2016, and I had limited mobility of my left shoulder. Now that is coming along almost as good as the right shoulder, which has never been injured.
Wow.
Yes.
Fantastic.
And yeah, right now, all I can say is the finger is pretty much straight and no pain.
That's awesome. That's such a great interview, and I love that you can hear the guns in the background because I think you were at the gun club there.
Yeah, those are amazing because that's repetitive injuries are everywhere. A lot of production facilities, different places have you know have people who have injuries from just being doing the same thing. So a good potential to help so many people. So amazing, amazing.
That's right. So we do have a few other products we're going to quickly go through. The next few slides are going to be on our liquid nutrition, and these are great for people who don't want to take vitamin pills or that sort of thing. They can still get their nutrition in. So I always say it's always good for a lot of people use it for their kids, or if they have aging parents who no longer want to take vitamins or anything. This is a great way to get some nutrition in. So this is our noni juice. You can see the fruit is actually behind the jar there, and it is a weird looking fruit, and it does some amazing things. So you can see on the side here all of the things it helps, but it really does an overall health. As you start drinking it, your body just starts to crave it because there's so many good things in it. What about MOA, Russell?
Yeah. So MOA gained 36 superfoods, including 7 mushrooms. Just incredible product. Noni is in this product. The mushrooms are just, lion's mane. And again, we won't go into all the details about it, but again, they're in amounts that actually have an impact on us. They're not just tiny amounts that do nothing, and you would just put the name on the package. It's large amounts that actually make a difference. So pretty amazing.
Yeah, it is. And you can see it's also in this handy pouch. Noni comes in a pouch like that as well, and which is great for traveling. And I know my husband and I, when we're traveling, we make sure we have our pouches with us because that's what helps us not get sick as we go through airports and airplanes and all the different things. We also have this one here, which is called Limu or Lemu, depending on how you want to pronounce it. But again, it does very similar things. It helps with such overall health. All of these different items that it says on the side here, I'm not going to read them all out, but this one comes from seaweed. So it's a seaweed called fucoidan that we extract the nutrients from. There's 80 plus nutrients from the sea that are in here. It does not taste like seaweed. It actually tastes like you're sitting on a beach and you need a little umbrella in the drink because it's so good. We also do have a supplement line, of course. So we don't have, like, if you go into the drugstores and there's like 1,000 different choices, we keep it very simple. So we've got some cellular energy support with our BioPro Q, our Omega Q, because we all know that we need omegas. And if you're not eating a lot of fish or that sort of thing, taking a supplement is very important. Magna-Cal D is our magnesium, calcium, vitamin D supplement. You put them all together. And this is a great thing if you like to do research. Go and research why those three work together so well. They boost each other. They make sure that all of the nutrients are going to the right spots. It's my mom calls this magical D, and it is kind of magical. So living up north or even anywhere in Canada, really, we definitely need this, especially during the winter. And then our Optimal M, which is minerals, and Optimal V, which is vitamins, is our multivitamin. And then, of course, we have Venali. And Venali is like a super vitamin C. It's great for skin, hair, and nails. I know I've heard in Asia, they promote this more as a beauty vitamin because it works so well with your skin, hair, and nails, but also with your lungs, your eyes. Like, it is one that you definitely want to have in your cabinet, and it is going to help. I know, Russell, you really like this one too, right?
Yeah, this is what I use for my allergies. Hey,
Yes.
I'm at a farm all the time doing stuff. I used to struggle taking a wide variety of antihistamines and never having really any success whatsoever trying to control my hay fever and until this product came along. So So yeah, I don't go, if I had to go to an island somewhere and I had to take, 2 products, it would be Elite and this one.
That's right. I think I'd agree with you there. But this one's pretty good too. This is our Renew product, and it helps stimulate our body to produce human growth hormone, which is kind of our master hormone. Our body needs it to make sure everything's working properly. It's the hormone that when you're in your 20s, you felt invincible. Or if you're Christine, when you have a cast on, you're invincible. But it's, you could do anything then and recover the next day and just roll with it and that sort of thing. And as we get older, the amount of that hormone in our bodies decreases. And so we have a special blend that helps the body produce more of it. And then it also inhibits the inhibitors that stop our body from being able to use it. So there's a couple different things going on in our body that they're kind of fighting against each other. So this helps with that. And they've created a blend in here that also helps with sleep. And that's when HGH is produced. That's when most of it is produced. So being able to get that deeper sleep, and that's what most people find within the first few days of taking it, is that they are seeing a deeper sleep. Even if they sleep well already, they're feeling a deeper sleep. Some people are starting to dream again. There's all kinds of things. So you can see all the different benefits here on the side, and it tastes amazing. And it's so much fun because it changes color. It starts off purple and then it changes to pink and then it goes to orange, and it's just fun. But this is definitely another one of our favorites here. So Russell, do you want to talk a little bit about the lifestyle that we live here at PartnerCo?
Yeah, real briefly, we have some fun, and I just joined really to get healthy, and it wasn't until I accidentally helped someone, get healthy with Elite, and then I got more inspired to be sharing this more often. So on a part-time basis, I was able to start sharing this. I was working shift work at the time, night shift. And believe it or not, after about 4 years, I had helped enough people. You can see me in the bottom left-hand corner. And one of the guys just above the words there, you see me with my hands raised up. There's a couple guys with their hands raised up. That's me in Mexico after about 4 years of just helping people. And man, I haven't been on a trip probably in 10 years before that. And to have the company, pay for a trip, pretty fun. So lifestyle through the roof. But we also meet, for conferences and other fun as well, but there's lots of trips, lots of things you can do. We really like to get together. So some of these pictures are at conference, some of them are traveling around. I think one is in Tahiti, and so yeah, we get around, eh, Cindy?
We definitely do. We definitely travel to the places we really want to travel to, and we do it in style. So that's always great. And like Russell was saying, we have lots of events that we love to go to. And when you go to these events, you feel the energy. Like it's something you feel in your chest. Like it is crazy. So we have, 3 big ones that we do. So PXP is our biggest one. We have 4 of those around the world. Connect we do in some of the bigger cities, and we'll do those a little more often. And then we have our Discover events, and we have a few of those that go on, and they're a little bit smaller events, but they're still a lot of fun. We actually have 4 of those events coming up. So if you're in these areas or know of anyone in these areas who you think might be interested, definitely reach out to the person who invited you and let them know that you need some information. So I'm going to all of the ones here but Calgary. So and Russell's from Langley, so he'll be in Vancouver. But yeah,
And these are coming up very quickly, like this week, like in a couple days they start.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
And these are our founders, Darren and John, and they are so, like, when you hear us talk about the products and stuff, we're excited. These guys, when they talk about the company, are so excited. They're building like 100-year legacy company that they want just to help everyone be as successful as they want to be. And through that, they've created the values that we live by, and you can see them here. And true partnership right at the top there is really, what we what we strive for, and you know, partner co, right? And when you see the symbol, it's two hands together like this. So, you know, finding a company that has these type of values is very important to a lot of people, because you want to be treated well in a company and you want to feel like you're a partner. If we go by the numbers, we are rated the #1 compensation plan with 8 ways to get paid. We've been voted that 3 times, and since we started. But you can also see we've got way over 1 million bottles sold now. We're in over 50 countries. We have over 172 million bottles of Tahitian noni sold. Tahitian noni has actually been around for about 30 some years, I believe. And we have been assured that there's lots of noni. We're not going to run out. So that's very good, because we're all kind of addicted to it now. We've got healthy social following, and we win awards left, right, and center. So you can see the different awards that in categories that we've won in. Like I said, we're in over 50 countries. You can see a lot of them here, and the teams around the world we get pictures from, and it's just amazing to see everybody. So Russell, do you want to take this one here?
Sure. So if you have any interest, you know, and this is looking exciting for you, you know, we talk about partnership marketing, we talk about, you know, earning potential, but yeah, we do really want to help and work with you, you know, on whatever level you're thinking, whether it's wellness, whether it's lifestyle, whether it's you actually want to maybe take this and, you know, after you have your transformation, or after maybe you, like I did, accidentally help someone, you catch fire and you want to start. It feels great when you feel great, or when you help someone else feel great, and so it's pretty amazing. So the marketing is phenomenal here, and you know, we see this as just as sharing and working together, and that's why, you know, you see everyone here on this Zoom. We're all working together. We're not, a lot of us aren't even on the same teams, but we work together, because just like our products, just like the ingredients in all of our products, right? They work together to become better, right? So amazing. So yeah, to get back to the person who you invited you to, and you know, we can share more details on the business side, you know, how to get paid, and we have different ways to get paid and all that, so they can explain these different ways to you, or you can jump on another call. We can go deeper dive into this on another call, right?
That's
So
right.
yeah.
Yeah, and this is definitely something, like, it feels great to help people, but it also feels great to get paid. And I know when Russell and I were chatting, and when we worked in regular jobs, really you got 1, maybe 2 different ways that you're paid. This, we have 8 different ways. So that's very cool. We also, some of our awards around our marketing. So all of these beautiful graphics our award-winning marketing department creates for us to be able to use. And if you did want to join, it is very simple. You have a one-time fee. In Canada, it's $37.95. In US, it's $29.95. And you get everything you need. You've got your replicated website, your back office, which has all your reports and your tracking and everything. You get an app that you can share information from, swag, event materials, virtual trainings, all of the stuff. It's all set up. And we have a plug and play system that is centered around our body balancing drops that you can start immediately and start earning right away. And it is, I think, one of the biggest things about this. Not only do you get all of this, but we all work together. So you get training from different people, you get support, and that's the same with the products. You get us with the products and with the business. So that's really great. And enrolling is easy. It takes less than 5 minutes, and we can say hello, partner, to you. So that is the end of our presentation here. We like to say that we are the future of partnership marketing, and we are definitely better together. So thanks everybody for coming out. And now you've got all this information. The person who invited you is probably going to follow up with you if you don't follow up with them first, to answer any further questions. and hopefully just get you started. Hopefully you're excited and ready to go.
Take care, everyone.
Great call, guys. Have a good night.
Awesome. Thank you.